have some people that want some video, so I'm just starting to dial this in. This is a Ruger 1022, standard barrel on it, not a heavy barrel. I'm going to take you out here so you can see some shaking. So it had the dovetail sight on the front. So what I did is I cut that off and started grinding it down. I'm going to turn this down just so I've got the thickness that I need for threading. He wants a half 28. He's going to mount a suppressor on there, so I want a nice thick shoulder for the suppressor to butt up against. So I'm going to take advantage of this material that's here, which is actually part of the barrel. It's not a sleeve. So I'm going to take advantage of the thickness here, and if I need to, I will I'll make not a false shoulder, but well, I guess a false shoulder, but a larger diameter shoulder towards the back here. This narrow part here at the very end will be getting cut off. I'm just going to be using this area here. So we'll put you back in the camera vise here. So a little more shaking, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to use a different dial indicator. I went to a half thou indicator because it has a longer reach on it, so to reach further down the barrel to get a better read on it. I tried using a pin gauge that I didn't like how sloppy it was. If it was about another half a thou tighter, it would have been okay, but I had a little bit of movement that I didn't like. So right now on my half thou indicator, I am off about 2/10, give or take, and that'll be pretty good. So I'm going to start turning now. Like I say, I'm going to turn down the part of the barrel where the dovetail was. Try to get you centered on that here as well as I can. Try to get you zoomed in here as well as I can. I'm just going to do little clips, or this video is going to be extremely long. So I'm going to go ahead and start machining down the high spots. Like I say, this is the dovetail from where the front sight was. I'm going to get that machined down to where I'm just touching all the way around, and then I'll take a measurement and then I'll bring it back at that time. Show you a little bit of this. I'm just taking about a 15/1000 cut here. Taking light cuts so I don't move the barrel. For those that are not familiar, cutting metal exerts a lot of force on whatever it is you're cutting and the cutting tool itself. I'm on about 630 RPM. I am using a carbide insert. This outside touching. Another 10/1000 or so. So we've got quite a bit of material off, so this is going to take a little while. Like I said, I don't want to take super heavy cuts and mess up the straightness that I have here, concentricity. I've got all the time I need. I don't need to go fast. Go fast and make mistakes. So I've almost got the dovetail cleaned up. Just a little bit left, but you can see it's still not quite concentric here, so this is all untouched parkerizing. You can see the shiny parts where the tool's been taking metal off. So I'm getting there. We got about another 10 or 20 thousandths to go. I'll take a look. I'm at 141 thou. We're getting there. 600 RPM. Let's get close. Feel it, I can hear it, and I can see that that flat is still there. Dovetail. Yeah, just barely. Take a measurement here. or 588, pardon me. 588.1 and 588, so I'm a tenth off. Boy. Get a measurement right on that flat. About 3 more thousandths to take off. I'll take a 5 thou pass. Total depth of 180 thousandths. Just barely feel that flat yet. Yep. Take another 5. There, the flat's gone. There we go. A little dimple in the middle there, probably what's left of that flat. I'm just going to leave that alone. So I'm going to leave his muzzle. He's got a nice chamfer on that already. Yeah, it's a little dinged up there. I'll go ahead and take a skim pass and clean that up. I'll have to re-chamfer the end of the muzzle. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down to 500 thou, just under, for my 1/2 by 28 threads. We'll see how much of a shoulder I have. That'll let me know if I need to make a little adapter for a little heavier shoulder for a suppressor to seat up against. I shall bring you back. Bring you back in here. Got my live center in with a brass tip so I don't mess up the crown there. So just started taking that down. Okay, everything cut. Ooh, oh, there you are. So this is 578.6. This actually came out to 498.3, so I'm 6/10 under on that, but that's fine. It'll give me some nice threads. I've only got about a 77,000 shoulder for the suppressor. I don't know, I'm halfway tempted to cut this back another 100 thou and make an adapter ring. I just don't know. It's only a rimfire, 22 long rifle. Probably be okay, but boy, that's not a lot of shoulder. I don't know. I gotta think about this for a minute. Well, I don't have any way to record while I'm threading. I've decided to cut it back another 100 thou and make an adapter to fit on there, so I'm from the muzzle end, I'm back 500 thousandths, doing 1/2 28. So according to Thunder Beast Arms, minimum barrel diameter 600 thou. I was at 576, so we'll do probably a 700 thou shoulder. 650, 700. We'll see how it looks. I don't want it to look gaudy. This will all be blued afterwards, so it should be real close to that color. And like I say, I don't have a way to film this while I'm threading. I thread away from the headstock, so I'll be threading this way. I just run my lathe in reverse. I've got a gooseneck tool with a real sharp threading insert on there, 60 degree. So we will, I'll bring it back after I've done a couple passes and show you, and we'll go from there. I'll verify my scratch pass. .28 threads per inch. And everything's lining right up. Let's see. Yeah, there just really isn't. You might be able to see some. I got you zoomed in as far as I can. The only place I can put this phone is at the tailstock end of my lathe, so we'll give this a shot here. See if we can make it work. I'm threading at about 270 RPM. Set my ARO. Zero. Once again, light cuts. You don't want to throw anything off. waiting for my number to come around on my thread dial. That's number 1. I have a 0 alert on my DRO. So that was 20 thou. 25 thou, and then I'll start taking just a couple thou at a time. Taking light cuts now. Let's take a look. Not quite. I'm gonna chamfer this a little. Got a ways to go yet. Yes, yes. Hush. Just a little bit of tension. I don't want to knock my barrel out of line. Just starting. Okay, here's where we're at. I'm pretty much done with the machining. I did opt to go with a nice wide shoulder here. This just wasn't enough. This is about 700 thou. Got a nice taper on there. It should look a little better after I get the bluing on there. Got a somewhere around here. I'm gonna put it away. 1/2 by 28 thread protector. This one I bought from the store. Slips right on, rings on. No movement, very little radial, no movement front to back. Slips on nice and easy. So I think that'll look pretty good once it's glued up. I get focused here. Here we go. I may try and smooth that ridge out. This is the original sight block that was machined into the barrel. I may try to smooth out that interchange there a little bit yet. Try not to get into the barrel here. He's got some nicks on the barrel. Anyways, I'll re-glue those. I don't know what those are from, but they'll make it look nice. So yeah, try to smooth up that transition a little bit. Probably just use a file for that. And maybe file just that little corner there, just to round that off a little nicer. And yeah, it's here we are. That's red Loctite. It's not going anywhere. I did put a new chamfer on his muzzle there. Flat crown, since he's gonna be running a suppressor. So yeah, looks good. So here's finished product. It looks pretty good. It's all reassembled here. Everything's torqued down. 1/2 by 28 thread protector. This is one I bought. It's longer than a rimfire. Looks pretty good. I didn't want to smooth that out much more than I did. I wish the blue would have taken a little bit better, but I told him it wouldn't quite match perfectly, and he's okay with that. So, a nice taper on that. That should do real well for shouldering up the suppressor. Once again, no movement forward and back, just a little bit of up and down, not much. Rings on. Nice tight threads. So I can only do this one-handed. I just measured the threads with the thread pitch mic, and I am just over 475. So 475.7, I believe, is class 2. So I'm happy. I mean, it turned out real good. Hopefully the customer likes it.